My name is Brian, and my wife Katie and I are full-time touring artists. I'm a musician by trade, and my wife runs our nonprofit Journey for Youth. And every summer we go on tour, and a big school bus. We run it on waste vegetable oil and solar panels. And one of the things we like to do is we like to take people on the road with us. And so 3 years ago, I brought my Uncle Bob with us. And he did a 2.5 or 3 week tour, and so he's been pretty much chomping at the bit to come back on the road with us. So this year we brought him along with us, and this is the journey of Uncle Bob coming on tour 2.0. Uncle Bob was born with cerebral palsy, which is a disorder that basically affects the coordination of your muscles. It's something that happens either during or before birth. They don't really know exactly what causes it specifically. His whole life he's been confined to a wheelchair. He knows his limitations, but he's not one who lets his handicap be a handicap. You know, he wants to go out and do things. He wants to go hiking. He wants to cross rivers. He wants to climb mountains, you know, and if there's a, you know, if there's a viewpoint or a mountain that he wants to get up to, then, you know, we're going. Just like a man can't stand in the same river twice. But there's a thing that happens when a blind man gives it a sign. Just like a man can't stand in the same river twice. We started our trip. I picked Bob up in Loveland, and we basically had to go straight to Indianapolis at a show at Chili Water Brewing Company in Indianapolis downtown, which I thought was a pretty good show. Katie actually had to go back to Cincinnati. That meant that Bobby and I were going to be on our own to do this trip. When I'm by myself touring, it's obviously really difficult when I'm not touring with Katie. We had a late night show in Indianapolis, then we basically had to drive all through the night through Chicago and be up in Madison, Wisconsin by 9 a.m. the next day. So yeah, so that was kind of crazy. It was like right off the bat, first day, it's pedal to the metal going, you know, and so, but Bobby's done it before, so he's, you know, he's no stranger to it. Stand in the same river twice. There's a thing that happens when a blind man given a sign. We got done playing our show in Madison, Wisconsin, and then the very next morning I had another show in Monona. Monona is a really cool show. All the farmers and vendors there are super awesome. They always hook us up with tons of produce, and then basically had to start driving west. What's up, Bobby? You ready to head out west?
Yeah.
Where are we right now?
We're on the way to South Dakota.
Drive through the Great Plains?
Yeah. Driving the Great Plains, go to South Dakota. That's gonna be awesome.
Because the West's the best?
Yeah, the West is the best. And it always will be the best. Time to go to the hills.
So Bob, you glad to be here? Down there. It was cool taking Bob to the Badlands. He's always wanted to go there, and for the last couple years he's always been saying, I want to go to the Badlands, Black Hills, Custer, and Mount Rushmore. And you know, Katie and I go there every year, so it's cool. Whenever we take people on the road, we take them to places they've never seen, and I think even though Katie and I are really blessed to be able to see these places every year, it's cool to see them with new eyes, and to see them through Bobby's eyes. And so, yeah, heading to the Badlands is really cool. Uncle Bob, I know he got a real good kick out of it. Thinking back to not long ago, I was a businessman with a dream to sing. Climbed the corporate ladder all the way to the glass ceiling. It took some time to realize that my song had passion, my song had rhyme, and if I let it die, it'd be a compromise. Being grateful, being thankful, rolling with the punches, keeping it conscious. Take my medicine with a smile. Being grateful, being thankful, rolling with the punches, keeping it conscious. Take my medicine with a smile. So Bob and I did the Badlands, and it was awesome. It was great to just do, after 3 days of driving, to just dying to get to go see something. And so our plan was to do the Badlands and then go do the Black Hills and then go to Custer and then do Mount Rushmore at night. Of course, as I've learned, our plans are just plans until something happens. That is a lot of coolant. What do you think about what just happened?
I would.
But that's what happens when you're on the road with Brian Ernst, huh?
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've had some adventures this trip, haven't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So we experienced some bus issues. We're climbing up a mountain, and almost to the top, my bus is getting hot. Next thing I know, like right when we're pulling into the parking lot, just big boom! All this smoke comes out. Just the whole engine's smoking, and smoking's coming through the vents, and the first thing you think about is just like, oh my God, like did I blow a rod? Or you just think for a minute, is this it for us? We gotta get a tow truck. Do you like our chances?
Yeah.
That's all we can do is just think positive, think happy thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Alright, we're probably gonna get a little bit of smoke because the coolant just went all over the engine. No cell phone service. Bob's done it before, and he was cool. He he rolls with the punches, you know, and didn't get upset. We had to try to figure something out, and
I'm gonna pull forward just to see if I'm leaking anywhere else.
And luckily I put enough coolant in there and water to get us back on the road, and off we went.
We might be in business.
Thankful, rolling with the punches, keeping it conscious. Take my medicine with a smile. Said I've been grateful, being thankful, rolling with the punches, keeping it conscious. Take my medicine with a smile.
Oh my God. One of my favorite stories of Bob. This was 3 years ago, so 2012. It was the first tour that he went on us in our old bus. Katie and I are in Yellowstone, and we're walking around. You know, I'm pushing him in his wheelchair. It's like maybe a 2-mile hike downhill, and all of a sudden, this massive buffalo, and he just like, you know, like Bob screams, like it's just, I thought. He like screams, and this buffalo is in the middle of the trail, so it's like, okay, like I'm not gonna go push him back up 2 miles, you know. And so Katie and I are just kind of like, what are we gonna do? And Bob's freaking out, you know. He's just like, oh, that buffalo's gonna come and get me because I'm the slowest one. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, no, I'm pushing you. If the buffalo's gonna get anybody, it's gonna be me, you know? And so we kind of like sit there and like, all right, we're gonna try to wait it out.
Give him a second. Oh, he's gonna lay down? Wait. Oh.
Nice.
He finally just sat down and was just like, yeah, go ahead. So we walked by him, and Bob's heart, you could hear his heart, boom, 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 and you know, we walked by him and got to the road and hitchhiked back to the bus.
See you later, guys.
Bob, what do you guys say about that?
I'm glad he didn't charge us.
How's your heart? Is it beating? Yeah.
Go inside, go stay strong. I'm gonna get back up every time I fall. I'm gonna fight the fight, gonna carry on. I'm gonna set my sight on the highest tide. I'm gonna find that balance I've been looking for. Found that spirit I've been yearning for. When my spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak as sick. Darling, come and rescue me. Gonna walk like a lion with the strength of a bear. Walk through the fire, never be scared. I'm gonna find my weakness with the power and love I say. 'Cause I believe there's so much more to be done. I'm gonna not be weary, gonna stand my ground. Gonna fight my ego, quit being proud. I'm gonna give up control.
We tried to make another push to go to see Mount Rushmore at night, but the bus started to overheat again. I decided that it'd be best to just park it for the night and then go rent a car.
Everything I learned so that nobody knows. I'm gonna see what it is that I've been looking for. Found a key that
So we finally make it to Mount Rushmore, and Uncle Bob is like dead set on going up there to go stand on like top of George Washington. So after I convinced him that it's a federal offense and we can get in a lot of trouble, he decided, okay, well, I want to get as close as we can. So there's this loop around Mount Rushmore. It's like, it's not quite a mile, but it's almost a mile, but it's a lot of stairs up, a lot of stairs down. You know, ask Bob, you want to do it, man? And Bob's like, yeah, we're doing it. Bob would he'd take his time, but he would walk every single step. You know, there's, you know, older folks and people just like looking at him like, is this guy for real? Bob did it, and he made a statement that day. He was determined. He wanted to go and do it, and so he's gonna do it.
Gonna walk like a lion with the strength of a bear. Walk through a fire, never be scared. I'm gonna fight my weakness with the power and love of sin. 'Cause I believe there's so much more to be done. I'm gonna walk like a lion with the strength of a bear. Walk through a fire, man, and never be scared. I'm gonna fight my weakness with the power and love of sin. 'Cause I believe there's so much more to be done.
You got to be in Wyoming, Bob? Yeah.
So after our trips in western South Dakota, we had to drive through Wyoming and Montana. It was somewhere between 12 and 14 hours, which means that we had to stop for fuel. Not conventional fuel, but alternative fuel.
We just got the grease mother load, 70 gallons so far. I think we'll definitely have 150 by the time we leave. What do you say, Bob?
Yeah.
Free fuel, huh?
Free food.
Doesn't beat that, huh?
We found a really good spot where we were able to collect 150 gallons of grease. I think maybe like, maybe $400 that's saved. So it was really, really cool. And Bob's cool. He'll help me collect grease and do whatever, just chill out. It's awesome.
See the end of the filter in there. So you know that's really good grease. That's awesome. This is really good. So what I'm doing in here is I'm filtering out my oil. I've collected my grease. I'm dumping it into these filter barrels here. These are 10 microns. Filters out the grease. This thing fills up, and now I'm pumping grease from here into my black tank. The black tank's what goes to my engine, and this is awesome. Can't beat free fuel.
So we had a show at the Sacagawea Hotel, which is out there in western Montana. Then the following morning, we had to pick up Katie from the airport in Missoula. So after we picked up Katie, we went to Norris Hot Springs, which is one of our favorite venues of all time. There's this big, massive hot pool there. So one of the things about Bob is that he's always been really skeptical about water, which is obvious. 3 years ago when he was on the road with us, he wasn't real keen to get in the water at Norris, but he overcame some fears and he sat in the pool this time. I was really, really proud of him. There's this geodesic dome that's right outside the pool, and so basically the geodesic dome is the stage. I set up in there, and then at night the whole place fills up, and you get to play a great show, and so it was really awesome. The thing I've been trying to tell him about prior to him going on this trip was doing a float down the Madison River. So at first Bob wasn't really having it at all. He didn't really like the idea. But I told him, I was like, nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna hold on to your inner tube. We're gonna float down this together. It's only 2 or 3 feet deep. You go, I go. And then you could see it kind of working in Bob. And man, he said, all right, let's do it. There are people who are telling me there's no way he's gonna do it, but he did, and it was awesome. So the last order of business for us was to go up into the mountains to go to this waterfall. Katie and I just went up there and we started pushing them up this mountain, and you know, it just really made me appreciate what we're doing, and made me appreciate, you know, the things that I have that I take for granted, like being able to walk.
Break free, getting on my spirit, getting down on my knees. What's this all about? Can't take it anymore. Sounds so familiar, man, I've been here before. Looking all around and there's no one to blame. Things are getting heavy, I forgot how to pray. Get who I am, getting lost in the wilderness. Talk about the future, man. Present tense, talk about the past, man. Open up a wound, flesh show to heal and the scars coming soon. Leaving the child that come from a womb, leaving the soldier finding in the tomb. Yeah, stand up with it, stand strong. Make peace, gonna sing my song. Find my purpose, gonna heal my pain. Stand in strength, gonna be brave. Stand up with it, stand strong. Make peace, gonna sing my song. Find my purpose, gonna heal my pain. Stand in strength, gonna be brave.
It's been really awesome having Bob on the road with us, and you know, he's always been one that just absolutely amazes me when you just see how he lives his life. And what I said before, how despite his circumstances, he still absolutely lives his life to the fullest.
It's a verse from the heart. Can't cross the finish if you don't ever start. Fly like an eagle when you love like a lamb. Do something different.
So how was the trip for you, Bob?
A good trip. Very good trip.
Tell me about some of the highlights of the trip.
Well, my favorite thing was the balance. I like balance. It was beautiful. The Black Hills was my second favorite.
What's your favorite direction?
West.
West?
Yeah.
Mine too.
West.
Yeah.
Always go west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an awesome trip.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a blast having you, man.
I can't believe it. Over now.
I know. Yeah.
Hey, boy.
Yeah. Well, it was awesome having you, man.
Yeah. Thank you for taking me.
Anytime, man. Love you, brother.
Yeah, me too.
Stand up, Jack. Stand strong.
It's really awesome having Bob on the road with us. You know, Bob used to babysit my brother and I when we were kids. You know, running around, and he used to just chase us down and put us in our place. And you know, it's cool just now that I'm grown up and doing my own thing now. It's cool to be able to get back and bring him on the road and give him a really cool experience, you know, a trip of a lifetime. And you know, sometimes people think like, oh, it's really a cool thing what you're doing for Bob, you know, but really what it is he's really doing something for me. You see how things is just as simple as eating food or tying his shoelaces, and the amount of energy that it takes for him to do that. You know, and he doesn't say anything. It just goes without saying that, wow, I am really blessed. I don't have to worry about choking anytime I eat a handful of cashews, or you know, I can go walk up a mountain. I don't have to think about it. I just go. Or I want to go swimming. I swim. You know, and just seeing how Bob lives his life and being that example to me and an example to all of us. You know, if he can live his life to the fullest, you know, what's holding me back?
Climb to the mountain. mountaintop with, just to face the wind and run me back with to where I began. See, I've been called a rolling stone with, like a ripple causing by skipping stone with, let it go with all the things hold me back.